my advice is just get involved in the community, be passionate about what you love. And I love Northern Kentucky, I love Greater Cincinnati, and I'm a big believer in the role that the private sector plays in helping to improve quality of life.
Well, education is a great field. It's extremely, it's changing, it's exciting, a lot of innovation going on. It's going to be very different in the years to come.
I would say do it for a lifetime. If God grants you more than that, then do it for a couple of lifetimes.
So I think the best advice that I can probably recommend to somebody who want to do my profession is to make sure they have the passion, that they love what they would like to do, they enjoy. Working in this business, you need to make sure that you're humble and able to actually express who you are.
Yeah, so I wish I had a good morning routine other than hopefully I get out of bed in the morning and my feet hit the ground and then I get the heck out of the door as fast as I can in the morning.
I do have a morning routine, but most of my morning routine is done at night. I try to set my mood based on the appointments that I have the next day and also my outfit. So what I'm wearing today is what I chose last night to represent how I wanted to feel for that day. But I go to the gym in the morning, I set my stuff out so that if I happen to oversleep, which doesn't happen very often, that's one less level of stress I have to worry about, so I'm prepared to go right out the door, hop in the shower and go.
I hate mornings. I don't have a routine. In fact, my routine would be to routinely avoid it whenever possible. I'm a night owl, I like staying up really late.
Well, I've been married for 36 years, and my wife Sue is my best friend and my confidant and my closest advisor. Sue has incredible instincts, and so I use her a lot in trying to determine what's the best way for us to go forward as an institution.
I have a great team of 400 professionals that work hard every day and I depend on them and I trust that they're going to do a good job. And I'm blessed to have a wonderful husband and children that are supportive of everything I do.
I'm a Christian, so I trust the Lord pretty much exclusively, minute by minute, day by day. Certainly he's proven trustworthy to me, and so I trust him as well.
I trust and depend on my business partners, my family, and my close circle of friends. Depending on what you're discussing, the need for advice, is, I have those three, levels of people I can interact with.
My parents, more than anything else. They've been gone now for quite a number of years, but I have no difficulty calling them up and wondering what advice they might give me, whether they would look positively at what I'm doing, whether they would kind of frown a little, surprised by a direction that I had taken. So I think I still use them very much.
I definitely trust my best friend, that's my wife. I depend on my family, so I think that one of the energy that I have is if I know my family is stable and happy and we're all on the same directions, that's actually how the energy continue to grow and fight for it. So it's kind of like the inspiration to keep going every single day.
I was a faculty member for 14 years, and on student evaluations I often received the information that they thought my class was hard, but they believed that I was fair and that I was honest. And so from an audience of really diverse students, for that to be a common theme, I think was really a high compliment to my ability to teach in the classroom.
The best compliment that I've ever received was about 3 years ago when somebody recognized that I care about the success of people around me as much as I do about myself, and they realize that I will do whatever I can to help those individuals help themselves.
I would say without any question, the best compliment I've ever received is from my daughters collectively, that they really were proud to be my daughters. I don't know that it could possibly be any better.
I think the best compliment, I'll say this, the best compliment is when you realize that you accomplish a goal and your parents, I probably remember my parents says that were proud of me, and I think that's priceless.
So I have a long list of potential do-overs. I think the most important to me, though, would be a better balance. I've never quite perfected the home work-life balance issue, and if I had to talk to myself 20 years ago, I would probably tell myself to develop a better balance.
I don't think I'd do anything differently per se, but I'd start a whole lot earlier. Becoming a business owner, I started 5 years ago, my first venture. I would have done it 5 years before that, so that sitting here today, I would be 5 years ahead of schedule.
This has been my life. It's been a wonderful ride, a charmed existence. I'm really very fortunate. No do-overs.
Think of a do-over would be hard to know, like do-over what? Isn't to say I haven't made mistakes, haven't things at the time that I wished I'd done differently, but still serving a redemptive God when you do those things, and He teaches you that it's only a learning experience, and so I wouldn't even give those back. It's just been great, so I wouldn't have any do-over at all.
Okay, so by definition, a superpower is something that would be over and above what the average person or even the superhero might be expected to have. I would love to have someone that could time travel. And if they could do that, I wouldn't ask them to do anything that would be inappropriate, but I'd love for someone to come back after going into the future and saying, you might want to reconsider that, or you might want to think twice before you do that.
So I think I probably want somebody with super strength. If I'm hiring somebody, like something like a Superman kind of strength, because that kind of person would be helpful in all sorts of things, maybe could intimidate some people to go the right way. But then again, that person could also use his superpowers against me. So maybe I'm better off just not hiring anybody.
So I would love to find somebody who could look into the future and tell me what the future was going to be. When I read a book, I read the first chapter or two, and then I flip and I read the last chapter, and then I go back and read the middle. So I would love to know what the future holds, what it's going to be like, and then work on the middle part.